Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the art of communication, exploring those crucial conversations that often feel like navigating a minefield. We'll be drawing wisdom from Difficult Conversations Don't Have to Be Difficult by Jon Gordon and Amy P. Kelly. Throughout this video, we'll uncover the why behind effective communication, because when we understand the deeper purpose, the how becomes so much clearer. Join me as we explore 5 key ideas from the book, ideas that have the power to transform your relationships and empower you to communicate with authenticity and courage. Let's get started. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, or rather the conversation we're avoiding. We've all been there, that pit in our stomach when we know we need to address something difficult, but the thought of it sends us running for cover. We convince ourselves it's not a big deal, that it will probably sort itself out, that it's better to just keep the peace. But here's the thing, avoiding difficult conversations comes at a cost.
Imagine Priya, a talented designer working alongside Jay, a skilled developer, on a tight deadline project. Priya notices a pattern of miscommunication impacting their workflow, leading to frustration and missed deadlines. She hesitates to bring it up, worried about coming across as confrontational or damaging their working relationship. So she stays silent, hoping things will magically resolve themselves. But they don't.
The tension builds, resentment simmers beneath the surface, and their once productive partnership begins to unravel. The project suffers, deadlines are missed, and the impact ripples outward, affecting the entire team. This, my friends, is the high cost of avoidance. When we avoid addressing the elephant in the room, it doesn't simply disappear, it grows larger, casting a long shadow over our relationships, our teams, and our own well-being. The unresolved issue festers, becoming a breeding ground for negativity, resentment, and mistrust. This is why mastering the art of difficult conversations is so crucial. In the next chapter, we'll delve into how to approach these conversations effectively, transforming them from dreaded confrontations into opportunities for growth and understanding. Let's rewind the clock and imagine Priya choosing a different path, a path of courage and open communication. Instead of letting anxiety dictate her actions, she decides to address the communication breakdown with Jay directly. But how does she approach such a sensitive topic without putting Jay on the defensive? First, she shifts her mindset. Instead of viewing the conversation as a confrontation, she reframes it as an opportunity to collaborate, to find solutions that work for both of them. She reminds herself that Jay, like her, wants the project to succeed and values a positive working relationship. Armed with this intention, Priya approaches Jay with an invitation to talk. "Hey Jay, mind if we carve out some time to chat about the project workflow? I've got some ideas on how we can streamline our communication and avoid those last-minute scrambles." During the conversation, Priya focuses on speaking her truth with clarity and respect. She avoids accusatory language, instead using I statements to express her perspective. I've noticed that sometimes our communication gets a little out of sync, which can lead to some stressful fire drills as we approach deadlines. I'm wondering if we could explore some ways to stay more aligned throughout the process. She listens attentively as Jay shares his perspective, acknowledging his point of view without interrupting or becoming defensive. This active listening creates a space for open dialogue, allowing them to understand each other's perspectives and identify potential areas for improvement. Together, Priya and Jay brainstorm solutions, finding common ground and establishing clear communication protocols moving forward. By choosing courage over avoidance, Priya and Jay transform a potential point of conflict into an opportunity for growth, collaboration, and enhanced productivity. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about fostering understanding, strengthening connections, and creating a more harmonious and productive environment. In the next chapter, we'll delve deeper into the initial steps of navigating these conversations, setting the stage for a productive and respectful exchange. Imagine you're Marcus, a dedicated employee with innovative ideas. You're eager to share your vision with your supervisor, Lisa, but there's a hitch. Lisa, while experienced, is often resistant to new approaches. How do you initiate this conversation, knowing it could be met with resistance? The key lies in meticulous preparation.
Don't go in blind. Instead, strategize. Begin by reflecting on your goal. What outcome do you desire from this conversation? Is it to gain Lisa's approval, open her mind to new possibilities, or simply ensure your voice is heard.
Next, anticipate potential roadblocks. Consider Lisa's personality and past responses to new ideas. Is she wary of change, protective of established methods, or perhaps concerned about the risks involved? Understanding her perspective is key to tailoring your approach effectively.
Now, craft a compelling narrative. Weave your ideas into a story that resonates with Lisa's priorities. Instead of focusing solely on the novelty of your approach, highlight how it aligns with departmental goals, enhances efficiency, or mitigates potential risks, elements that matter to her.
Choose your moment wisely. Don't ambush Lisa with a radical proposal when she's swamped with deadlines. Instead, request a dedicated meeting, a space free from distractions where she can fully engage with your perspective.
When you finally meet, establish a respectful and collaborative tone. Acknowledge Lisa's experience and expertise, emphasizing that you value her insights. Lisa, I really appreciate your open-door policy, and I wanted to get your input on some ideas I've been developing.
Then tell your truth with clarity and conviction. Picture this. Jenna, a team lead, needs to address Michael's consistent tardiness, a pattern disrupting team workflow. Meanwhile, Alex, grappling with a personal crisis, needs to request schedule flexibility from his manager Sophie, known for her strict adherence to company policy. Both scenarios are ripe for misunderstanding and tension. How can active listening diffuse these situations and pave the way for empathy and resolution?
Let's start with Jenna and Michael. Instead of launching into a reprimand, Jenna begins by actively listening. Michael, I've noticed you've been arriving late recently. I wanted to check in and see if everything is okay.
This opens the door for Michael to share his side of the story, revealing a sick family member requiring his care before work. Jenna's active listening, her genuine concern, instantly shifts the dynamic. It transforms a potentially confrontational encounter into a space of understanding and support. From here, they can collaboratively explore solutions that accommodate Michael's personal challenges while minimizing disruption to the team.
Now, shift your focus to Alex and Sophie. Alex, fearing judgment, hesitates to confide in Sophie about his personal struggles. However, he gathers his courage and requests a meeting.
Sophie, initially bracing herself for a policy violation discussion, chooses to actively listen instead. Alex, you seem troubled. Is there something you'd like to talk about? She asks, her tone gentle and encouraging. This simple act of empathy creates a safe space for Alex to open up about his situation, revealing the reason behind his need for flexibility.
Active listening allows Sophie to see beyond the request itself, to understand the human story behind it. This understanding paves the way for compassion and a willingness to explore solutions that support Alex while upholding company policies.
In both scenarios, active listening transforms the trajectory of the conversation. It dismantles defensiveness, fosters empathy, and creates a foundation for genuine connection and problem solving. Mastering active listening is a game changer in difficult conversations. Let's revisit Jenna and Michael and Alex and Sophie. The initial conversations, infused with active listening and empathy, have paved the way for understanding. Now, how do they ensure these conversations translate into lasting change and set the stage for successful communication in the future?
For Jenna and Michael, it's about co-creating a plan. They collaboratively devise a temporary, flexible schedule that accommodates Michael's family responsibilities while minimizing disruption to the team. Jenna emphasizes the importance of open communication, encouraging Michael to reach out if the agreed-upon plan needs further adjustment.
This collaborative approach reinforces trust and mutual respect. It demonstrates that their conversation wasn't about blame or punishment, but about finding a solution that works for everyone. It sets a precedent for open communication, making it more likely that Michael will feel comfortable approaching Jenna if challenges arise in the future.
Similarly, Alex and Sophie work together to find a solution that respects both Alex's personal needs and company policies. Sophie, empowered by the organization's commitment to employee well-being, explores options for temporary schedule adjustments, remote work possibilities, or access to support resources.
This collaborative problem-solving reinforces Alex's sense of value within the organization. It demonstrates that the company cares about its employees' well-being and is willing to be flexible within reason. This experience fosters trust in Sophie's leadership and paves the way for more open communication in the future.
In both cases, the final step involves setting clear expectations and establishing a system for ongoing check-ins. This could involve regular one-on-one meetings, brief check-ins to assess how the agreed-upon plan is working, or simply creating an open-door policy that encourages ongoing communication.
The key is to make it clear that the conversation doesn't end when the meeting concludes. It's about creating a culture of continuous dialogue where individuals feel comfortable voicing concerns, sharing feedback, and collaboratively addressing challenges as they arise. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of effective communication. Remember, mastering difficult conversations is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice, patience, and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones. If these insights resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on personal and professional growth. Let us know in the comments which key idea resonated with you the most and how you plan to implement these insights into your own life. Your experiences and insights can inspire others to embrace the transformative power of effective communication.